Good morning and welcome to PNW Athletics Today. I'm Rick Costello, the host for the show and Director of Athletics at Purdue Northwest. Boy, I have an outstanding show ahead featuring student athletes and coaches from our ice hockey program and our stunt program. But before we meet our special guests, let's go inside the Pride. PNW Athletics is 21 teams and over 500 student athletes. That's a historic high. Just to give you a little context on that number, 13 years ago when I started as Director of Athletics, we had 12 teams and 100 student athletes. So we have grown tremendously. How exciting for the university. And we are also in our 8th year of NCAA Division II competition. PNW Athletics, our students first and athletes second. We had just an amazing fall 2024 semester. Our 18th straight semester over a 3.0, a 97% retention rate, and a cumulative GPA of 3.25. Academic excellence is what the Pride are all about. Our top 5 teams, softball led the way with a cumulative GPA of 3.78. Women's tennis was next, followed by women's golf. Women's volleyball was in at a 3.52. And our Division I hockey student athletes that we will meet in a few moments were number 5 at 3.46. So congrats to the Pride. A big shout out to our faculty, our staff, our academic advisors for creating such an amazing learning environment at Purdue Northwest. A big shout out to our coaches for recruiting these fine students to Purdue Northwest. And of course, I got to mention our senior women's administrator, head of our academic support services, Natalie Jarrett and her team. We appreciate all her amazing work with our students' academic pursuits. Well, we've had a great year on the rink. Our Division I ice hockey program is ranked number 16 nationally. This Friday, tomorrow, over at the Cube at 7 o'clock, they take on Roosevelt. It's College of Business and College of Tech night, so come on out and support. A lot of fun there. We will honor our fine student athletes, Andrew Reamer, Carter Hobbs, and Cooper Olson that played for Team USA at the World University Games. So a big night of hockey tomorrow. And then early in the afternoon to get us started is our Division II program at 3:30. They have Senior Day, so a lot going on at the Cube tomorrow. Our Division II hockey program is ranked 14th regionally, have set the record for the most wins ever. They are having an awesome season. So come on over to the Cube tomorrow, 3:30 D2 hockey, 7 o'clock D1 hockey. Catch the Pride on the rink. It's sure to be a lot of fun. Our track and field team is off to a fast start here in the indoor track season. A bunch of school records were just set at the Lewis Dual Meet. Miles Cisco in 6.53 seconds ran the 55-meter dash. Carson Bell ran the 300 meters in 36.53 seconds. And Deandra Franklin, 55-meter dash in 7.42 seconds. And Elena Schultz, the 55-meter hurdles in 8.9 seconds. So congrats to our Pride student athletes on the track and field team for all the school records that they just set. Stunt, boy, Stunt is in action now, our first ever season of Stunt. They had an exhibition this past weekend. We took on St. Mary's and FRC, and I got to tell you, it was thrilling, it was fast, it was enthusiastic, it was energetic, it was phenomenal. You got to come out and check out our Stunt team. They are phenomenal. There's 25 women competing in the inaugural season of Stunt. Boy, it's just so much fun. The first home game is on February 22nd, 12 o'clock. We take on Lewis University. Stunt's inaugural road game is next weekend. They go over to St. Mary's. A lot of great things happening. Come on out and check out the Purdue Northwest Stunt program. Our basketball teams were in action last weekend. They got the sweep over at Davenport, so congrats to our Cagers. What a great effort on the road. They have 2 games this weekend. Tonight is against Wayne State. Saturday is against Saginaw Valley. So come on out and support the Pride on the hardwood. Tonight is a big event. The main event is happening over at FRC at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock when we take on Wayne State. The main event is presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Going to be a great amount of fun going on there. Byway Brewing will be in the house. We will announce the Roaring Loud concert artists, the Chancellor's Cup winner, will be taking place. There'll be all kinds of T-shirts given out, all kinds of great food and refreshments. Come on out, alums and community members and faculty and staff, and root on the Pride. And we're also going to honor our 3 student athletes that represented Purdue Northwest on Team USA. So the main event tonight at the Fitness and Rec Center is going to be rocking and rolling. Come on out, wear your black and gold, and support the Pride. February 15th is the Play for K game, our cancer awareness game over at FRC. So appreciate your support on that event. GLIAC Esports Championship is coming to Hammond February 15th and 16th. Our gamers will be inviting the rest of the GLIAC in here for the championship. So Saturday, February 15th, Sunday, February 16th in our Esports Arena in SULB, the Student Union and Library Building. Come out and check out the League of Legends team, the Rocket League team, and the Super Smash Bros. Sure to be a lot of fun and a lot of great action. Hall of Fame induction is coming right to the Pride here on our Athletics Hall of Fame on Saturday, March 1st. It's my honor to induct Sergio Reyes and Miguel David, 2 amazing men's soccer players in our Hall of Fame. Gab Martin of our volleyball program, boy, she just rewrote the record book. And then Gary Hayes, just a fantastic basketball coach for Purdue Calumet, and then of course a wonderful coach throughout the region for many, many years. So Saturday, March 1st, all the information is on pnwathletics.com. Please register and come and support as we induct the next class of student athletes and coaches in the Purdue Northwest Athletics Hall of Fame. All right, let me thank some corporate champions for their amazing support. Domino's, Byway Brewing Company, Purdue Federal Credit Union, our presenting sponsor tonight for the main event. People's Bank, Laborers Local 41, one of our all-time greats and Hall of Famer, Scott Sparks. We appreciate his support from Laborers Local 41. Crazy Kaplan, House of Pizza right down the road here. Danny Zunica, we appreciate all your amazing pizza and all that great support. Monosol, Signature Transportation, NWI, 24/7 ER and hospital. Catch this theme right down the other way on Indianapolis Boulevard, just a little south of the JED TV studios. Courtyard, Lango's Pizza, big shout out to Rodney Lango. We appreciate all his support. Corellis, South Shore CVA, Phil Talon will be at the main event tonight. Lithographics, Hammond Machine Works, thank you Peter Nall. Big B Coffee, also right down Indianapolis Boulevard. 10% off with your PNW ID. Go down and get some of that great Big B coffee. Miller Pizza, Wintrust, thank you Gil Rinberg. NIPSCO, a big shout out to Rick Kalinsky for all his fine support. Pepsi, Strack Van Til, we really appreciate Jeff Strack and all his support. One of our newest corporate champions, Bibby Bop, right over there on Calumet Avenue in Munster. Rush Physical Therapy and Orthopedic Specialist of Northwest Indiana. That's just a few of the great supporters of PNW Athletics. If you would like to be a corporate champion, give me a ring, Rick Costello, at 219-989-2539. All right, that wraps up our opening segment. We'll be right back. We're going to make a shift change and have our hockey coaches and student athletes in here. All right, welcome back to PNW Athletics Today. I am Rick Costello, the host for the show, and I am joined in studio by our head coach of ice hockey, Carl Trozine, student athletes, Andrew Reamer, Carter Hobbs, and Cooper Olson. Welcome. Good morning, guys. How we doing?
Doing great. Happy to be here.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Coach, you're in your 3rd year leading the Pride. You've done an amazing job. 63-21. That's a 75% clip here, and led us to the the championship last year, the GHCH. I got it all messed up. The championship last year, the Elite 8 in St. Louis. Just have done a remarkable job. Our D2 program, it just set the record for wins, so you got to be pumped up for all things hockey.
I'm excited for the next month and a half of playoff hockey. Absolutely, 2 teams playoff hockey. That's what we want. That's why we came here.
All right, awesome. Okay, Andrew Reamer, senior from Lake Orion, Michigan, a finance major. You've had a great career here, 75 games, 96 career points, 40 goals, and 56 assists. a golfer for the Pride as well, a member of our SAC, and you are captain of the hockey team. Tell me about that awesome leadership responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, this group's made it easy, and you can say there's a leadership group and there's letters and C's and A's, but at the end of the day, we have a million leaders on this team. From that's guys in the room, that's people that just support all throughout our whole program is just leadership. I mean, these two are fantastic at it. This guy doesn't even get to wear a letter. He's a goalie, and he probably the best leader we have. So a lot of people stepping up and really adding to that culture that we have here.
Well, that's awesome. I see it on the ice. I see it in the classroom. 3.46 GPA, Coach. That's got to make you so proud of these guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I see it in the community. Team Impact down at the Lake County Fairgrounds for the Heart Walk. So many things that you guys do. So that's you guys are just a fabulous program. We're so proud of you. Carter Hobbs joins us, a junior finance major from Des Moines, Iowa. Yep. Carter, you've played in 81 career games, 73 career points, 29 goals, and 44 assists. You were on the, I'm going to say these letters right, the GLCHL first team and all defensive team last year. 2 years ago, you were on the all rookie team, all defensive team, and the second team. So you got a lot of hardware there. That's got to make you proud, all those kind of accomplishments.
Yeah, I think it does. Kind of just, I don't know, puts it in perspective. I guess that my time here has flown by so quickly. And it's just looking back and seeing some of the awards I've gathered throughout the time is pretty cool. So.
And then also, you're an assistant captain, so you listen to whatever this guy says here?
Yeah, absolutely, all the time.
I hope not.
No, he does a great job leading. He really delegates well, too, as well. So I'd say the leadership really is, like he said, dispersed throughout the entire organization, which is pretty cool.
That's great. Cooper, junior mechanical engineering major from Maple Grove, Minnesota. You've had a spectacular career here, 70 games in goal. These are all school records that I'm going to read now. Okay, 50 wins, 2,130 saves, 2.29 goals allowed, and a .931 save percentage. Good recruiting, huh?
Hey, yeah, no, he's special. There's no doubt about that.
So you've racked up some awards as well. The 23-24 tournament MVP, the Rookie of the Year for the GLCHL as well. You were the Leo Awards last year, the Pride, Hustle, and Desire Award winner, which our listening audience needs to know that's voted on by all of your peers within athletics. So that's a lot of hardware as well. When you think back about that, all the hard work that you've put in, how does that make you feel?
Just super proud, super easy to do that, put up those kind of stats with these guys playing in front of me too. I owe a lot to these guys blocking shots in front of me. They make my job so much easier. But yeah, just like Hobbs said, time's flying by, starting to really enjoy my time here at PNW and take it all in, get into the second half of the career and getting to do cool stuff like what we're going to talk about, put on the red, white, and blue. Yeah, it's been great.
So you guys have had an amazing year. A tournament championship, a ride to the Elite Eight in St. Louis, and now you just represented the country and played on Team USA at the World University Games in Torino, Italy. So what was it like to play for Team USA?
You boys want to?
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, just putting on the crest and representing your country is, I don't know, something I dreamed about as a kid. You're watching World Juniors, Olympics, everything like that growing up. To have the opportunity to represent your country and your college and, make family back home proud and friends proud, it's absolutely a special experience.
You guys are making history. You're the first ever athletes to represent Purdue Northwest on this grand stage to play for Team USA.
Wow.
Did not know that stat. That is,
that's
cool pretty
stuff.
cool to hear. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So tell our listening audience, what was Torino, Italy like?
It was, from the moment we got there to the moment we left, which was, just under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was all around fantastic experience. everything was extremely. I mean, the tournament-wise, it was extremely professional. You had valets and buses taking teams wherever they needed to go, and security guards at hotels and the rinks and whatnot. Games were fantastic. The hockey was great, but beyond that, the country of Italy and the area we were in up by the Alps was spectacular. You opened up the hotel window in the morning and looked out and saw mountains from as far as the eye could see. Was pretty.
Did you guys get on the slopes?
I did not.
We did not.
No,
Coach wasn't a big fan of that idea.
Don't look at me. I wasn't there.
I'm sure you probably had something to do to keep them off the slopes.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
So, Carter, you guys stayed in a small town outside of Torino, right? How was that?
Yeah, it was really cool. I think the people were what kind of made it cool. They were really welcoming, really excited to, whether it was in a cafe to be able to serve us or to, just have a conversation with us, because a lot of the people there speak English, which we take for granted going to different countries sometimes. But no, I think the experience was once in a lifetime, especially, I'd never been to Europe, so just kind of taking that all in at the same time as playing hockey for your country. It was really an incredible feeling.
How's your Italian now after spending 13 days over there?
I know about 3 words. So.
Grazie ciao.
Grazie ciao. Prego. That's about it.
Prego.
So.
All right. Cooper, how was the food?
Food was outstanding. Boys and I can all agree we had our fill of pasta when we were over there, so we're maybe taking a little break from it, but still delicious. The pizza was incredible. The one weird thing about the pizza that not too many people know, I feel like, is they don't cut it for you out there. So they hand you the pizza whole and leave you to it on cutting it. It's not like the
So it's a
Domino's
whole
around here
round
where-
pie.
Whole round pie, but you just cut it up and here you go.
All right.
Or you don't cut it up.
Or you don't cut it up, you just fold it.
There you go. All right, we're going to do a little rapid fire. We're going to mix this up a little bit, okay? This is all based on your experience in Italy, okay? Favorite food, Cooper Olson?
Got to go with the pepperoni pizza. It's just solid out there.
Okay. What was the favorite dessert you had over there in Italy?
I had like a vanilla bean gelato. That was delicious. That was a really good one.
All right. What was the favorite sightseeing on the trip?
I was able to go see a soccer stadium out there, Allianz Stadium in Torino, Italy. And that was really cool. That was special.
Okay. The favorite part of the trip, the entire trip?
Oh, man. Just overall spending time with the guys and making new connections with all my new teammates outside of Hobbs and Reamer was really special.
So that's a really cool piece because, I'm feeling like we're going to the national tournament. You're going to see all these guys again, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I mean, they're all coming from top 25 teams and guys that we'll be seeing down the road and even in a regular season run with guys from Adrian, too.
Carter, favorite food on the trip?
I'm gonna have to keep it. I'm gonna have to stick with the pizza. It was
Pizza's
too
good over there,
It
huh?
was really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it's gonna be.
What is it?
I'll miss it.
What would you say it's like in around here as far as pizza? Anything?
It's like the thin crust, like kind of pizza
Yeah.
you'd get at I don't know, just at any pizza spot if you ask for thin crust, and then
Just felt light.
nothing fancy, but it just like
Just gets the job done.
it's like having a hot dog at a baseball game. Like it's
All right.
special. You have it in Italy, like
Yeah.
it's a little
All right.
bit different.
Favorite dessert on the trip?
We had a little, almost like vanilla pudding type thing at our hotel. It's actually surprisingly pretty good. So
Okay.
I'd maybe say that. Yeah.
All right. Sightseeing?
Sightseeing. I got to see a really cool church in Torino, Italy, when I went and spent some time with my mom and grandma walking
Okay.
around. So I'd say
So your family joined you on the trip?
they did. Yes. Yep. Did have some family members there, so that was really cool to be able to experience all that with them.
All right.
So,
Favorite part of the trip?
jeez. I'd say the first game. Kind of walking out there, seeing the crowd,
Okay.
wearing the jersey for the first time for real. It was a really cool feeling.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Andrew, favorite food on the trip?
Go with the gnocchi.
All right.
Best pasta dish, maybe best dish I've ever had.
Love it. Dessert?
It's tough not to say that the pudding that these guys that Carter was just talking about, it was fantastic. Never had anything like it.
Coach, we need some pudding after the Roosevelt dub on
Apparently.
Friday night.
Apparently
Get some
we do.
vanilla pudding.
Yeah.
All right. Sightseeing?
I mean, honestly, really, just the whole time. Never really been around mountains like that, and you see it in pictures and stuff, and pictures don't really do anything justice. Just being there, like I'd even say, just walking out of the rink that we were playing in this small town in Torpalicia, you walk out and you look around, and it's just you're surrounded by mountains. So I think the whole trip was sightseeing.
That's nice. That's nice. Favorite part of the trip?
I think going off a little bit about what Coop said, I think just how tight that group got so quick. One of the cool parts was even in Albany in our training camp that we went to right before we went over to Italy. Obviously, there were guys that played for the same team, and there were 2 or 3 members of a couple teams, and you didn't see those guys really like clinging onto each other, and that wasn't like the only guys they were talking to there. It was, you looked at lunch, and it was an Adrian guy sitting across from a UNLV guy. Our guys were panning out and making friends with whoever from whichever university, and just meeting new people, and it was definitely made some lifelong bonds there. So
That's great.
fantastic.
Special memories. And then when you meet them in the national tournament, you hit them, check them
And then,
hard.
right,
You'll be like, all right, you remember me?
There's the enemy, right?
And they're cool about it.
So the opening ceremony was pretty cool, Cooper, huh?
Yes, sir. It was outstanding. I wasn't expecting it, but it was full on like Circus Olay, like something you'd see at an actual Olympic opening ceremony. Just incredible trapeze artists and this and that. Like, you didn't know what was going on. We walked out and represented our country. We carried out the flag and walked across the thing with all the other athletes taking part in the games. They had, snowboard cross. We had biathlon athletes, curling athletes, women's hockey team, like all sorts of athletes walking out with us and having the crowd around us waving and playing music as we're walking out. It was really special.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so the schedule was phenomenal. Poland, Japan, Slovakia, Ukraine, Korea, Canada. How about that schedule, Carter?
It honestly, I think we could all agree we kind of lucked out with that schedule in the pool play, at least. I think we ran into some good competition, but we were able to have a really successful pool play and kind of set ourselves up for the medal round, which didn't go the way we wanted, but still gave us a good opportunity. So it was a lot of hockey.
So the rules of the game are a little different. The rink's a little bit bigger. Talk to me about that side of it. When we watch the Olympics all the time, and I'm a basketball guy, the lane's a trapezoid, and they don't ref it the same way, and it's more free flowing. So how's hockey?
Yeah, no, it's certainly different. Regular rink is 200 feet long, 85 feet wide. Over there, it's the extra, like 7.5 on both sides. It's 100 feet wide. So that alone just changes some of the strategy, definitely changes some of the physicality, less running into guys, and just more ability, I think, to create offense and have speed and have a little bit more dynamic of a game. And there were a couple rules that we found out when we were playing over there. I mean, the rink that we played at in pool play, the boards, the glass was about that high. You could reach right over it and into the stands essentially. And there's delay of game is when you flip the puck out of your defensive zone and over the glass, which was in effect in this tournament. And with the glass being this high, it was pretty easy to do so. So that was something that we had to correct and get used to as a team, along with a couple other slight rule changes. But yeah, definitely a different game, but a lot of fun. A whole ton of talent over there. Some really great players we got to play with and against. That hockey part was exceeded expectations for sure.
And then so your opponents had a little bit of an advantage because they understood English that you guys were talking, but you didn't necessarily understand their languages out there on the rinks.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, you'd hear them calling out their plays, and, whether it was the Ukrainians, Slovakians, or even the Japanese or Koreans.
Right.
Obviously, we don't know any of their language, but then, they'd say hello to us or something like that after the game or whatever, be like, you knew the whole time what we were saying out there or whatever. So, it was definitely something we never had to deal with before. So.
All right. So, well, we, again, congratulate you on just an amazing experience and looking forward to honoring you tonight at the main event and then tomorrow night at hockey. Coach, what's the rest of the season look like? We got 6 regular season games, and take it away.
Yeah, 6 regular games, and then hopefully we're going to St. Louis again.
Okay.
So yeah, we got Roosevelt in Illinois in the next 4, and then a big conference matchup with Adrian, who we're probably going to see again in a couple weeks at the conference tournament, and then at some point, and then getting ready for hopefully going to St. Louis again. And that's looking really, really positive here with 3 weeks to go. So I like where we're at.
Guys, the GL6 is a tough league, huh?
Super tough.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Real tough.
We got, what did you say to me yesterday, 4 or 5 in the top 30?
5 in the top 30, 4 in the top 25. It's definitely a step up from last year in that CHL. Those top 6 teams kind of split off and created their own thing, and competition's been tough. We've really had to bring our game every time we step in the rink, and I think it's only made us better. It's, I think, challenged us and forced us to play a little bit differently and a little bit tougher and harder. So,
Ranking-wise, it is now officially the toughest conference in the country.
Is it? Okay. And then share with our listeners that it's all computer-generated rankings.
Absolutely. So there's a formula. I'm not smart enough to figure it out. I'll be the first one to admit that. But it takes into account who you play and then comparative scoring, so how they play against common opponents. And then, there's some strength of schedule involved. There's some margin of victory involved. And then there's some total goal differential involved. And somehow it spits out a ranking, a top 20 it's all teams get ranked, but it spits out a top 20 every week. And honestly, beginning of the year, maybe there's some things, but like this time of year, it's pretty darn accurate. It normally gets,
It's taking the human element completely
100%.
out. Interesting.
And I'll be honest with you, I've been doing this a while, and it seems like every year maybe one team can make a case they should have been in, but you don't see this wide range of, there's 3 or 4 it does a pretty good job.
Excellent. Well, guys, I'm excited for the rest of the season. We're really proud of you 3 young men, and congrats on the great last year that you've had with the tournament championship, St. Louis national tournament, and now Team USA. So thanks for being on the show. I wish you the best, and can't wait to see how this all unfolds.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right, so that wraps up our hockey edition of today's show, and we'll be right back with our stunt coach and student athletes. All right, welcome back to PNW Athletics Today. I'm Rick Costello, the host for the show. Excited to be joined in studio by Madison Samples, head coach for our stunt program. How are you, Madison?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am great. And Olivia Garcia of our stunt program. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Carly Gabler of our stunt program as well.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me here today, guys. So excited to talk about stunt. Boy, just a fabulous start last weekend with the exhibition against St. Mary's. I found it was my first ever stunt game. Thrilling, exciting, fast-paced, high energy, acrobatic, athletic. All the routines were so well timed. Coach, what was your thoughts?
I thought it was amazing. I thought the girls did a fabulous job. First ever NCAA stunt event in Indiana, so I think that it went as good as it possibly could have. We had a wonderful turnout as well, so it was really great seeing everybody come out and support.
Olivia, what were your impressions of the exhibition?
I know the girls and I, we were really nervous, but once we got out there, it went really well.
Oh, you couldn't tell that you guys were nervous at all.
Good.
Carly, what was your thoughts?
I thought we did, honestly, a really great job, especially going out there, putting everything into what we could do. Yeah. I know we did have that month break off, and it took some time out, but our girls kept working as hard as we could, and I thought everyone really enjoyed it, seeing it for the first time.
Oh, that's great. So, Coach, you've just completed your first anniversary, going into your first season here. We were so fortunate to recruit you from Linfield University, where you were the cheer coach there. Of course, before that, you were an assistant at Oregon State and also a cheerleader at Oregon State. You have done a fantastic job bringing this historic program, because this is we're making history here. This is the first ever stunt program in the state of Indiana. So you've just got to be so excited to expand opportunities for women, and so excited for this season to come.
Yes, absolutely. Just creating the opportunity for these girls and like being able to travel, being able to compete is just it's really something special.
So the sport is growing rapidly across the country, California, the Midwest. Talk to me about what you're hearing and seeing as far as the growth of stunt.
I mean, yeah, new programs are adding every single month. D1, D2, D3, NAIA, club. It's really growing fast. I mean, even in the GLIAC, teams are starting to add. So hopefully in the somewhat near future, we'll be able to have a GLIAC stunt.
So explain to everybody what stunt is.
For sure. It sounds pretty complicated once you watch a game. It's much more straightforward. But stunt is basically, it takes components from cheerleading and gymnastics, takes all the sideline out of cheerleading. So we don't have poms, we don't do dances, we don't do kicks, we don't cheer on any teams. We have our own game. Pretty much all the teams across the country learn the exact same 8 full routines. And it's broken up in the game. So the first quarter of the game is partner stunts. So we do 4 rounds of partner stunts head to head. And then we do pyramids and tosses, same exact thing, 4 rounds head to head against each other. We have a halftime break, and then we go into jumps and tumbling. And then after that, it's the full routine. So you do partner stunts, jumps and tumbling, and pyramided tosses all in one routine.
And you have a roster of 25 women here at Purdue Northwest. Fantastic job recruiting.
Thank you. They're pretty great.
That's awesome. And they're pretty good in the classroom, a team GPA of 3.3.
Yes, absolutely. Very proud.
All right. So Olivia, you're a sophomore here at Purdue Northwest, a behavioral sciences major from
Yes.
Dyer, Indiana. You're also the captain of our cheer team, which is
Yes.
awesome. What a great responsibility. You cheered in high school for Lake Central, and you coached gymnastics at Patty's.
Yeah.
You're the main base.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is a main base?
So the main base is on the right side of stunts, and a lot of it is just controlling the stunts and making sure you have the power and just making sure everything kind of works. And working with your side base, your flyer, and your back spot.
Great. And Coach describes you as the hype person, that you're such a positive role
Yeah.
model, and you're always cheering everybody on.
Yeah.
So you got to be fired up about this season coming up.
Yeah, at the last St. Mary's game, I lost my voice at the end because I was so busy screaming everybody on.
That's awesome. Carly, you are a freshman, accounting and finance major from
Yes.
St. John, Indiana. A scholar athlete, I hear, in high school.
Yes.
That's awesome. I hear you just made the dean's list, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And so you're a flyer and tumbler. I think I know what that means. That means you go way up in the air, but tell everybody, is that exactly correct? Or
Kinda. So, as a flyer, you're pretty much the top person in the air being thrown around. There's a lot of components to it. You have to stay tight. You have to work around with your bases, your back spot. Because like it's not just you being just like in the air. You also have to like know what you're doing, and also I would say not be afraid of heights if you're going to be.
that's great.
But, yeah.
How high would you say you're in the air when you're tossed at the highest height?
I mean, I would say a pretty good few feet.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Wow. How high is she, Coach?
Oh gosh, probably like in your guys' baskets, you get up, what, 15, 16, 17 feet
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they're high? Yeah.
On a good day, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right. I'm glad you're not afraid of heights.
Yeah, me too.
So you cheered in high school, also at Lake Central. So we got a great Lake Central pipeline going
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
awesome. You coached gymnastics at Midwest.
I did. Yes.
Okay, awesome. And Coach describes you as very knowledgeable, very skilled, one of the hardest workers on the team, and just an amazing teammate. So you've got to be fired up about what's to come here with this stunt season.
Yes, I feel like we've really, like I said, we've worked as hard as we could. I really love, especially at the St. Mary's, like Olivia was saying. I just got so excited. I was so thrilled when we were hitting everything. Obviously, not everything is gonna go the way we want to, but in the end, I feel like we showed a lot of good sportsmanship towards one another, and especially to St. Mary's, for both of us going out there and just showing what we can do.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun. Okay, so ladies, tell me what attracted you to come here and compete in stunt at Purdue Northwest.
All right. So I did competitive cheerleading in high school, and I joined the cheer team here. But the cheer team is only just sideline. So last year when they introduced Madison and the stunt team, I was very interested in going back out on the mat and competing and just stunting one more time.
That's great. Carly, why stunt?
So I have been to a few cheer recruitments. I have been doing cheer for, I would say, my whole life. It's been a long time, and I wasn't ready to stop and give it up. And so when I went to these recruitments, I saw some stunt teams, and I was very curious of what they were, because even I didn't know. Coach Madison reached out to me, and she was like, would you like to join? And I was like, yes, I would love to. I was like, I want to get the experience, the opportunity, and I was like, I feel like it would be a really, like I said, great opportunity for me.
That's awesome. Great opportunity for high school gymnastics and high school cheerleaders to compete at the collegiate level, at the NCAA level.
Yep, absolutely. Competitive, high school. It's crazy here that there's so many high school gymnastic programs too. We didn't have that in Oregon, so it's really awesome to see like these athletes being represented at high school and then being able to also our gymnasts coming to PNW and doing STEM.
How good is the cheerleading in the Northwest Indiana area?
It's amazing.
Okay.
It's really spectacular, yes.
All right. Do you guys feel, having done it, it's super competitive cheerleading?
Yeah,
Yes.
especially at Lake Central. It's really competitive there.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, we want to get to know you guys a little bit better. We're going to do a little rapid fire here.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a fun section. So why don't we start with you, Carly? What is your favorite ice cream?
I would say my favorite ice cream would be like mint chocolate chip. I know like a lot of people say it tastes like toothpaste, but personally I love it. So,
All right.
Yeah.
I think it tastes like the Girl Scout cookies, the Thin Mints.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Yes.
Yes. What's your favorite movie?
The Hunger Games. I'm very into dystopian movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Those, yeah.
Where would you, if you could travel to anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I would say probably Jamaica. I have been there though,
Okay.
but I really love it. It's really nice there. I did get sun poisoning there, sadly.
All right.
But it was a really great like experience.
Take that sunscreen with you. All right. What is your favorite number?
22.
Is that your uniform?
It is.
All
Yeah.
right.
It's also my
perfect.
birthday.
Ah,
for
there we
Harvard,
go.
so, yeah.
That's great. And if you could play any other sport at Purdue Northwest, what sport would you play?
I would probably say hockey.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I watch them and I feel like they like do such a like amazing job, especially like I can't go on the ice. I never even ice skated before. So I don't know how they're able to do it, but especially I feel like it's a really like I feel like it's kind of dangerous too going out there, but
Yeah.
I feel like they're very skilled as well.
Okay.
So I thought it'd be like kind of cool if I were to
All
be, like,
right,
out
awesome.
there.
You've
Yeah.
been to some of the hockey games?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes.
The action, it's kind of like stunt. It's fast paced, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is they're always checking each other in the looks.
Yeah.
We can't do that instead.
All right. Olivia, favorite ice cream?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
All right. Favorite movie?
Grown Ups by Adam Sandler.
All right. Travel. Where would you travel to?
The Dominican Republic.
Okay. Have you been there?
No, I want to though.
Okay.
That's next on the list.
All right. I like that. Favorite number?
16.
All right. Is that your jersey number?
No, one of the other girls got it, so I picked 13. That's my dad and my brother's number.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. And a sport that you would play if you weren't cheering and you weren't stunt. If you had any other free time, what would you be doing?
Probably go back to softball.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's great. All right. Now we're going to do a little competition between you guys to see how you think Madison, Coach Samples, would have answered these questions. All right. All right. All right.
yeah.
So we're
Yes.
throwing a curveball at you here. All right. Carly, what do you think our favorite ice cream is?
Maybe like cookie dough.
All right. Don't answer yet because it's a competition. Olivia, what do you think?
Vanilla? So simple.
There we go. And the answer is?
I have a weird one. Back in Oregon, we have this lavender honey ice cream, and it's
Oh,
my
wow.
favorite ice cream ever.
Never heard of that.
I would
one.
have never guessed that.
All right. We're going to have to get that shipped in.
Yeah.
All right. So we have no score yet. Guys, what do you think her favorite movie is, Carly?
Oh, movie?
Oh, I know.
Oh.
I said it at practice before.
I was going to say, didn't you say
Yeah.
it? Oh, man.
Oh no. Maybe Home. Like Home too.
Up?
Did she say Elf?
Up. Or Elf. I'll take both.
It's Monsters University.
Oh, dude.
All
did
right.
say
All
that.
right here. Okay. So we need to have some more team bonding on screen here. Okay. If she could travel anywhere in the world, Carly, where do you think she'd go?
Oh, that's a good one. Maybe like Hawaii.
I like that. Olivia?
Aruba? I don't know.
Oh, that's another good one.
I would probably go to Hawaii, yeah.
Oh, all right. Carly's got a point here. Okay, so what do you think her favorite number is?
It's Kaya's number.
Oh, man. I don't
Oh, she's
know.
giving hints.
Oh, 18?
21?
17.
All right, the final question here. Okay, Carly's at 1-0. Okay, what sport would Madison play if she was not doing stunt?
Maybe soccer?
Cheerleading again?
I was going to say soccer, yeah.
Oh, all right, we got a winner over there. All right, there we go.
I'm like, man.
Okay, so Madison, what do these fine young women mean to you in this program here?
Oh, they're just amazing. Like, it's just awesome going to practice every single day. Like, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing all of them. I said it at the game, and it was just great watching them at the game because there's no surprises. Like, they don't, like, practice less and compete more. Like, they competed exactly how we practice, and it's just, like, so awesome to see what hard workers they are and, like, how dedicated they are to their team.
Oh, that's awesome. Makes a coach's job real easy, right?
Much easier.
All right, Olivia, why did you select Purdue Northwest?
So my mom was an alumni. She came here. She went through the nursing program, and she just very much advocated for it. And it was local. I was able to keep working at Patty's, and it was just a way to stay close to my family, too.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Carly, why Purdue Northwest?
They had a very great academic reputation here. My dad is alumni here as
Okay.
well. He went for an engineering program. He really wanted me to get into that engineering. It did not work out. But also the location was very flexible. It was really nice to just like live about like 20 to 10 minutes away from here, being able to like go back and forth, stay home as well, go to school. So.
That's great. Even though you're younger in your college careers, you guys definitely had some career plans, thoughts in mind. Olivia, what are you thinking about?
I was thinking of behavioral analysts. I just kind of want to help other people be able to go work on their social skills and self-care a lot. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's wonderful to hear. Carly, I know you had some career plans in mind.
Yes, I'm double majoring in accounting and finance. I've always been a very math-based person, and I really want to go into like taxes, audit, and just like work on those things for.
April 15th is coming up. You got to do your taxes, right?
I got you guys, don't worry.
All right, let's dive a little bit more into stunt, okay? So, Coach, tell us what the positions are on a stunt team.
Yeah, so in terms of partner stunts, there's a main base, there's a side base, there's a flyer, and then there's a back spot. And then when we get to pyramids, it's a little trickier once we start going 3 high in pyramids, which means there's a person on the ground, there's a person on them, and then there's a person on top of them. There's like our mid layers, which is our middle flyers. There's our top girl, which is our top flyer. And then there's a person on the ground. We call him the bottom person.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah, that is Olivia.
All right.
And then in terms of tumbling, we just call everyone that's tumbling a tumbler.
All right, awesome. So let's go over that game format again because we have this really cool graphic that Andrew worked up for us in our shop. So why don't you explain again how the format of a game is? Yeah,
absolutely. So as it says on there, first quarter is partner stunts. That's basically the group stunt. So that's where the back spot, the base, the flyer, and then both the base, the main base and side base. Those are the groups for partner stunts, and it's more of like an individual stunt. They all do the same exact thing. But we'll have 3 groups out there for the first 3 routines in terms of difficulty. And then as the routines get harder, they narrow down with the stunt groups. So we'll have 2 stunt groups out there and then 1 stunt group out there for the hardest routines. And then moving into pyramids and tosses, that's where it gets a little more complicated with everybody's positions. But we still use our main base, our side base, our back spot, our flyer for basket tosses or any just connected pyramids. Instead of 3 high pyramids. And then moving on to jumps and tumbling, there's always 7 athletes out on the floor for every jumps and tumbling. And it's pretty self-explanatory. They do jumps and they do tumbling in the same routine. And same thing with all the stunting routines. 1 is going to be the easiest routine. 8 is the hardest routine. And so, they just get more difficult and more people involved in every routine. And then the fourth quarter is combining all 3 of those first 3 quarters. So You do partner stunts. You don't get a break. You go straight to jumps and tumbling. You don't get a break. You go straight to pyramids and tosses. So it's all within about a minute and a half routine.
So that kind of looks a little complicated, but it's actually very easy to follow
Yes.
when you're there. And guys, how has it been for you to pick up the rules of stunt in this whole format?
It was something different. I definitely had to go and like research a little bit, and then both coaches were very knowledgeable about it, so it helped a lot. But it was something different because in cheerleading, you're just out there and you do a 2 minute, 3 second, and you get off and you're done. But this, you gotta know when to get on and get off and stuff. So it's something different, but I like it.
I was amazed at how quick it kept moving. You guys must have been
Yeah.
exhausted by the end of the game.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
It is fast. Okay, so now, so the referee stands out there, and you do the routine, and she says, you win, or you get the point or not, right? It's that simple.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, after the routine's done, it takes a little while depending on if they were really close in terms of deductions that they had. But yeah, after the routine's done, the referee will come out, and the judges up top will signal through an earpiece to the referee which team received the point.
And so stunt is ahead of the curve in a lot of the sports. There's challenges and replay, right?
There is, yes.
All right, so do you get a little red flag that you throw out, or what?
We just go like this.
Okay, all right, okay. So basketball, that's walking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about the schedule that you've got coming up. You got a great schedule. You're at St. Mary's, and I think you go to Kentucky, Tennessee. You got some home games. Talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So in 2 weeks, we will be going to St. Mary's tournament, so a little bit more of a local one. And then we will have a home event where we play Lewis. And then we go to the University of Kentucky. And then from there, we'll have a home event as well against Concordia University Chicago. And then we go to Nashville, Tennessee at Trevecca Nazarene. And then we go to Drury University as well.
Guys, traveling to University of Kentucky, Lexington, and Nashville. I mean, how's that sound?
Sounds like a long drive.
All right, taking on some of those big schools, the UK. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, I like it. The Pride are coming to town. So what is the typical, Adriana, if you don't mind putting that schedule back up there, so is that the typical 18 games or so a year?
Yeah, we play a little bit more than most teams do. I would say the average is about 14 games, I would say. So we just really wanted to get the girls as the most experience in their first year that we could give them.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we got a local audience watching. What type of student athletes are you looking for as we continue to evolve this stunt program?
I mean, obviously skill is really important. We do a lot of really challenging things, but most of all, I look for personality. Are you a hard worker? Are you a good teammate? Are you going to be on time for everything? Like it's easy to teach someone the skills, but it's not easy to coach like someone to be responsible and a good teammate. So we just look for great girls that have experience in either cheerleading or gymnastics.
Well, that's awesome. And then the attendance, you mentioned it earlier, but guys, for the first exhibition, the place was packed. That was awesome, right?
Yeah, that was really exciting to see.
So we got to get more family and friends out there on February 22nd when the Lewis Flyers come to town.
Yes.
So they got the nickname the Flyers. How about that?
Yeah.
But February 22nd at noon is our first inaugural home game. So we want to pack the house, right?
Yes, absolutely. Bring
sure.
everybody.
I agree. Yes.
I think our listening audience, you guys will just love it. Again, it's fast, it's exhilarating, it's thrilling. There's all kinds of action going on. Flyers, tumblers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun.
Good, I'm glad.
All right. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck. You guys are off to such a great start. I'm so proud of both you, Olivia and Carly. Thanks
you.
for joining
Thank
our
you.
stunt program. And as I like to say, the best is yet to come, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
right.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Let me just thank a few other folks. Let's thank our corporate champions here. Wingstop, Jets Pizza, right across the street here. People's Bank, big thanks to Ben Bucknowski for all of his support. Mercer Insurance, Crazy Kaplan, Byway Brewing will be in the house tonight for the main event. Come on out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's your guys probably, Carly, it's probably your first main event. It's a great action. Olivia, you were there last year, right?
Yeah, and the cheer team will be performing tonight.
Okay,
Yep.
all right, perfect. House of Pizza right down the street. Thank you, Danny Zunica. Monosol, big thanks to Matt Harris. Signature Transportation that takes the pride all over the Midwest. Northwest Indiana 24/7 ER and Hospital. We appreciate them. South Shore CVA, Corellis, we appreciate all their support. Lithographic, Residence Inn, Holiday Inn, Hammond Machine Works, Miller Pizza, Wintrust, thanks Gil Rinberg, and Orthopedic Specialist of Northwest Indiana. Thank you, Doctors Deddy and Knesick and Woods, for taking great care of our student athletes. If you would like to be a corporate champion, please reach out to me, Rick Costello, at 219-989-2540. Well, that wraps up this edition of PNW Athletics. Again, tonight is the main event at the Fitness and Rec Center. Game times are 5 and 7. We thank our presenting sponsor, Purdue Federal Credit Union, for helping us put on a great show tonight. Byway Brewing, T-shirts, food, all kinds of fun. Come see Olivia cheer, and go Pride.